How's it going, guys? My name is Alex,
Good evening.
and welcome to a big update. This is where Konami drops a lot of players, and we know that there is going to be Ronaldinho, Roberto Carlos, and Cafu pack dropping very soon, just as predicted. And of course, these images of Ronaldinho were circulating for a long time. If you're following me on Insta, you've probably seen these before, all my videos previously. Now, not only we have this Showtime pack, which is, I feel like it's fun pack, because you get the Kevin De Bruyne, which is pretty much in his prime. You get Isak, which is a nice card, and then, of course, Mitoma. And I will probably skip. I don't know if I need to buy this pack. I mean, I don't know. I would rather just wait for free rewards, and some of them are in the penalty challenge. So every time you get to the door box, I mean, you shouldn't be opening probably, but if you open, you need to wait for a new one. Let me show you how it's working here. Is goalkeeper. I think we can take it to the right. I mean, it's probably lucky, but at the same time, I knew that goalkeeper gonna be jumping to the left. And as you can tell, I'm really close to this final lap reward. Can I get him now? Yeah, I can. What's the reward? And that is DJ Drogba, unfortunately. Yeah, okay, so Drogba, of course, is where I'm getting 0 GP players. Not a single time I've gotten one on mobile or console. If you go to daily chance deal daily game box, if you have one saved or if you are getting one very soon, you're getting more players in here. So there is Gakpo, there is Serginho, there is Frattesi, and there is Rui Puig. So Rui Puig is an ambassador of the game. And just in case if you're wondering how good Serginho is, I just give you a build with ball carrying booster. It's an okay card, but the best part about this card is just it has the edged crossing. So if you got Gnabry from the free selection, Showtime selection previously, and you get this card, you can now cross from two sides with edge crossing. I mean, it's not like I came up with this idea, it's Konami comes up with this. And Rui Puig as an orchestrator, not the best, it's just like a little bit of a mini Modric for you. And I think that this card can cook for you. I mean, I'm not sure if Modric is just as good defensively, by the way, but Modric has better balance. But at the same time, as a supporter in your midfield, when you have like a type of a Rodri or Gilberto Silva maybe, or maybe even you have someone like Vieira there, so you can pair them together. Now, Cody Gakpo, this is not him, unfortunately. With this build, I couldn't do better on this. And there is David Frattesi as well available in this pack. And this is, of course, not all. We have some new selection, English League selection packs available. Now, we scored our penalty, didn't get anything, unfortunately. But I'm gonna be probably opening a box on mobile, I think, on stream. Will join me today. So we get some objectives completed as well. Let's see what we're getting for that. 850 million downloads, nothing. I actually, every single time I was completing these, like I completed some events yesterday, and yeah, it was kind of like a little bit troublesome just because I had a lot of air alerts, missiles flying. It was just a usual evening in Ukraine. But there is a special list. There is a Fancy Genius pack, which very tempting. All these three players are fantastic in my opinion, but it's not like I need them. If you were starting your account, you probably need a good attacker. So all of them will work. Of course, we'll be discussing the new Champions League. I didn't even expect this to happen. So actually, this one is worth going for. So if you need a better version of Raphinha, I mean, I'm not going to be discussing this right now. And there is, of course, another pack, which is English League Selection, for which I'm going to be giving you the builds. A few cards here are good, but in general, I wouldn't necessarily say that they're worth it, man. I don't really think that this pack is worth your coins, although this Alisson is fantastic. And then, of course, other packs. And there are so many Drogbas for me, man. I can't stop getting Drogbas. It's insane. Speaking of Brazil pack, there we go. This is Cafu, Roberto Carlos, and Ronaldinho in the same pack. And there are also already stats available for Ronaldinho. He has momentum, dribbling as a skill. He is a whole player. And in addition to that, if you are from Brazil, I think it's Turkey as well, but currently it's Brazil, you need to watch an ad and you have a chance to get one of these cards. It's so unfair, man. I really wanted Dennis Irwin. And I skipped on his, it's double booster. It's not even a random card. So very, very generous rewards from Konami, but only for one region. So if you set your region to Brazil, Heinz as well, a member, Champions Legends Club member. So, I mean, I guess he's enjoying his life there. I mean, Rui Costa as well. Luis Garcia is not bad. So all of these cards are fantastic. All you need is to watch an ad inside the game. They are practicing this in these regions, and maybe they're going to be rolling it over into other regions. So as you can tell, this is how the reward will look like. You can get 10 coins, and maybe you can even get this free try on this pack. And there's other cards inside. There's Serginho too. I mean, this looks very good. But yeah, this is the reward, and also about that Scout Serginho will look like, this card, and also regarding some other added packs. There is Player of the Week pack with Trent, and Player of the Week pack with Champions League. And it looks nice. And of course, there is an event where you get a free try on the Champions League pack. You need to beat Legendary or Superstar AI, or maybe any AI for that matter, but I'm gonna be trying to beat Superstar at least. And there is the English League Selection pack. I'm gonna be giving you the builds in a sec. And there is also a build for Ronaldinho Gaucho, allegedly what you can get there. Well, I would be downgrading this dribbling. Ever since like I got Hazard, I tried different builds, and I don't really feel like 101 is just so much more beneficial than having 90 speed, right? So if I was to play Ronaldinho Gaucho, I would be playing him probably as a winger. Attacking midfielder, I already have so many good players with like lower pace numbers. Him as a left winger, he would be like #1 left winger if I ever get him. So I would downgrade his dribbling stats and improve his finishing to like 90 or 88. And his passing, I would downgrade it to 88, and his speed is going to be 90, and I think it's achievable. So that is going to be a fantastic card, and his dribbling is going to be in 95s, I think. So it would be a very, very fun card to use. And of course, there's Serginho again, and there is pretty much everything you need to know. Let's take a look at the builds of the English selection pack, in case if you are going for these cards. 100 cheeky, 100 pull. Is not a bad idea, I think, and we get in Alisson, we get fantastic goalkeeper. I don't think that he needs jump, but if you like jump, you can downgrade some of the stats and give him like 80 jump. And there is Arsenal. I'm not sure if that's a player that you really need to get. And there is Stupinian. I tried to give him this build. It's alright. Rashford from Aston Villa. Now this is an alright card. He has a little bit of finishing, and he can still run with the ball and dribble. Eze is probably the best card in this pack, because you get 85 finishing and low pass for a whole player, which I think is enough, because I'm using, in the type of whole player scenario, I'm using my Kuba, and so it works. There's Bruno Guimaraes as an orchestrator. I made him like more defensive oriented, and it's a right card. Yeah, he can do the job for you. Jadon Sancho, unfortunately, I tried to drag his speed to 90, and I spent so many points. And as a result, his passing and finishing is only 80. And I think without speed, passing and finishing not needed. We got Sugawara. The less if I speak, I'm in trouble. And then Mickey Van de Ven. It's actually another card that you probably would want to get, unless you haven't gotten another version of Van de Ven. They are all built the same. The problem with these cards is that oftentimes Tottenham lose games, which is in the history of the Tottenham. But he's gonna be getting red arrows a lot, so you probably don't want to play him on a red arrow before the game starts. And Vaneri, as a whole player, you don't play him as a winger, because these are not enough stats, base stats here for a winger. But as an attacking fielder, it's an alright card, not necessarily the best, but maybe like a super sub. Husanov for all my Uzbeki friends, Uzbek Sila. This is actually an alright card of Husanov, man. Looking very nice. Yeah, you can use him. Just like he's not starting for City anymore, I think, no? Kevin De Bruyne. And there is the Kevin De Bruyne card, the Showtime cards that everyone is after probably today. And yeah, this is Kevin, like prime 2017 De Bruyne, no? You're using him on blue arrow or like green arrow, he's gonna be overpowered. And even without, like on yellow arrow, it's gonna be alright. Isak gets this build from me. And I think with this Fantasista booster, which is not usual that you give to strikers, but I wanted to boost his dribbling and balance at the same time, without really spending too many points in dexterity, because it's already 12. And 85 balance is alright for such a tall striker, and that's the benefit of like using these tall strikers, because you can dribble with them, you can contest headers, they're pacey, they can finish. That's why Isak, the other like, I wonder if my Isak card is just as good. This one, I pulled this a long time ago. Did they give you the same thing? Alright, so I think, yeah, Showtime is slightly better. Yeah, Showtime is slightly better, of course. You can downgrade a little bit speed. You can give him like a little bit, yeah. Showtime is better, I think. But this one is never failing me. Very, very fun card to use. And Isak and Mitoma, this is a little bit underwhelming, because the best I can do is low pass 84, finishing 85 for a winger. It's a right card, but that's the same that my Kuba is doing. So Kuba has accelerations boost on top of all of that. And speaking of additional skills to these cards, There's visionary pass for Kevin, phenomenal finishing, and acceleration burst for Kuba. Okay, so Mitoma is the same as Kuba, pretty much build, because they will be having 85 low pass and finishing, and then obviously speed, acceleration, the same skill. So this pack is just worse. Every player has additional skill. It's just like I already have similar players, maybe not Kevin, maybe I would love to get Isak, of course. Isak would be absolutely deadly. I mean, I may just cheekily go for 1 or 2 spins. Join me on stream, we'll decide. And then finally, of course, the packs that Konami dropped are Player of the Week. Let's start with the regular one. Trent appeared for only 20 minutes in that game against Leicester, mighty Leicester, and then managed to actually beat them. First time shot is the skill that he gets, I think. Additionally, he gets the passing skills. Let's take a look at attack and fullback, and he is actually pretty slow for attack and fullback. This is not a really usable card unless you use him as a center midfielder, and then it's alright. Yeah, it becomes interesting outside of his active playstyle. I don't know. For me, attack and fullback needs to have 90-90 speed acceleration at least, and then we talk. Ederson from Atalanta, a talent that actually many teams are watching out on, and maybe he's gonna be leaving Atalanta very soon. It's an alright box-to-box card, has a lot of passing skills. Yeah, one-touch pass-through pass, trackback interception. It's a right card. Trossard, like that was phenomenal week for him. He scored like 3 goals in 1 game week, but it was like 2 games for Arsenal. They played twice. We played in fantasy, you know what I'm talking about. And Trossard would have been a nice differential in my team. I went for Bowen, unfortunately. Bowen also scored a goal, but didn't get a player of the card. Okay, Trossard is alright. With the additional boost, it's gonna be getting almost 90 in all dribbling stats, finishing 85. It can be alright. Goal poacher as a playstyle, but he can play almost anywhere in the attack except for right side. And then we have Trafford. Not really sure if he is good. Cross specialist, not my type of player. You get Butez, Jean Boutet, maybe Boutet actually. Wait a sec. You know what? They are all these goalkeepers. They are damn a dozen now, but low punt is good, and it can do for Italian team. We got Tyrick George, a goal poacher, a new 18-year-old talent for Chelsea. Will he? This is just a collector's item, of course. You can't really use him seriously, but I mean that's a rare card. 18-year-old player card. That's rare, man. You got Dani Olmo. Yeah, it's like I said, I had a previous card of Dani Olmo from Barca, and he just wasn't cooking for me at all, despite having similar stats. And Bumo is getting another. Actually, I have his player card, and I haven't used it once, and it's on me. And I need to off the ball booster. That's by the way, this one has booster, has double touch, has everything except for one touch pass. Unfortunately, it's through pass. Okay, and obviously Dani Olmo has the booster. Okay, let's see what's the booster for Olmo. Yeah, so for Olmo, I think the problem is that you don't really get... Actually, you're low-key. Wait a second. There is no problem for Olmo. As a whole player, this is an insane card. I hope it just... The stats like are corresponding to what you see on the pitch. Like, my other card is not the booster. Maybe this one is much better. Ollie Watkins is a goal poacher. Again, like, I have a different Watkins card. Not really him, unfortunately. And then Orsolini... yeah. Orsolini, another creative playmaker, which is apparently a cross specialist type of a card because he's pacey as okay. Actually, no, wait a minute. His passing is very bad. I don't know, man. I don't know about this card. Realistically, balance only 80. And then finally, we get Amir Murillo. And this is an alright card for just banter. I mean, not really happy if getting defender with 80s. And it's just like, I'm judging the cards. I'm not judging the players. Maybe... For Marseille, he was cooking last week. I'm not really watching McDonald's League, unfortunately, so can't really tell. I'm watching occasional matches. I know that Strasbourg are cooking there. Alright, so we get Lamine Yamal, and this is finally a card that I think you guys can be happy with. Like, he's dribbling, there is no booster on him, he's pretty pacey, balance 90. Finishing 81 with the booster, passing 82. Like, I would prefer to have higher numbers in passing. As a whole player, though, can you play him as like there is whole player only activated, I think, as a like right midfielder. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Like you need to. I would want to play him second striker, maybe, or like attacking midfielder. Nuno Mendes. Now let's go. Attacking fullback, I would prefer him to be a little bit more better in terms of like passing wise. I would expect him to be, because I've seen so many compilations of his precise like pings, switches, and there's only 75 and 83 passing, man. That's very poor. And I just don't know, man. Just doesn't feel like it is him. And obviously there's a booster. Let's see what the booster gives him, by the way. So the booster obviously gives him finishing because he scored that goal in the Champions League. It gives him acceleration boost. I just don't know. It just doesn't look like it's a good card. Despite having 95 in overall, it's going to be like 100 when you put him in your team. Rafinha, they disrespect Rafinha by giving him such low numbers in passing and finishing. Similar to... That's where, like, if I got my Kubo and, like, premium cards, or if you go for Mitoma, they're going to be much better cards than these two. So they need to be played in respectively right, left midfielder as whole players. And then you can be maybe enjoying like 81 passing, 81 finishing. Courtois, okay. Thibaut Courtois is getting an appearance despite conceding in every game against Arsenal. And this Courtois card is probably one of the best in the game apart from like the premium ones. Mikel Merino gets one as well. I think it's probably, wait a second, maybe they're combining the performances from the quarters as well. And like from the like maybe previous stages too. So there's the plan forward Merino, absolute midness, and we got Eric Dyer, who is, in terms of defending, he's great. He's just slow, man, and we are just like spoiled by so many other defenders. Jumping is low as well. That I would prefer like skip probably. Declan Rice. Now let's take a look at what did they do to Declan Rice, who scored that free kick. And I predicted that we're gonna be getting him, and I predicted. Wait a minute. So my predictions were Quara, and we got Nuno Mendes instead. My predictions were Declan Rice. These are in my Instagram, you need to check it out. Lamine Yamal, Declan Rice, Quara, and Lautaro. And I nailed every single player except for Quara. So they gave us 2 PSG players, 2 defenders, which is fair enough because both of them scored goals in important game away at Villa. So Declan Rice with the booster becomes like a David type of Beckham-ish type of a free kick taker, which is good, I guess. Always when you play like a box-to-box, a player that is useful in general, like Beckham, he can be like a little bit better in terms of defending, like not helping you out unless you have like insane card of his, like the free like penalty one, not really cutting it. But Declan Rice can actually be a decent card in general, and on top of that, if you earn a free kick, you can now take it with this Declan Rice. It's alright, it's an alright card. Let's take a look at the skills, by the way. He should be having like all the free kick taken, additional booster, has the everything except one touch pass, man. Yeah, this is unfortunate, but his defensive skills are here, so which is the difference between like other orchestrators that you get, like maybe that don't have these defensive skills. Ashraf, Hakimi Ashraf. Now this is a card that has a little bit of defense in there, and he's not a booster. And again, defending wise, he is good. He is actually pretty pacey too. So it's an alright card. Attacking fullbacks though, I mean, many people don't really use them, but I mean, like, I will be trying him out, of course, why not? Lautaro is mid. Why speed on the goal poacher? That's just so young, 27, and he's still in his peak. And 82, bro, he can't run or what? What happened to him? 82, it's gonna be 84. Now, these slow players, they're not getting punished by the game. You can't really string 1-2s without him being blocked. And the passes will be intercepted because he's not getting there in time. Build up Benjamin Pavard, someone who is not really getting a lot of cards recently. You might be getting one of the best of his cards. It's not the best defender though, unfortunately. And Rashford is getting a card too. Now this Rashford card, low-key, is better than the one that you get in the English selection, as we've seen before. Yeah, this is a nice card of Rashford. Yeah, look, this Champions League pack, as much as I'm disappointed with the stats of the cards, on paper, if you're after these players, they just somehow don't give you like exceptional stats on most of it. Everything covered in one video. If you enjoyed, if you're watching till this moment, please type in White Rabbit in the comments. I can see you, and I'll pin one comment as well. You like being pinned, you freaky bastard.